Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew, daily events worldwide, and we are on July 14th, 2021. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet. Welcome to the Daily Dew, where we look at space weather, world weather, and as well earthquakes, volcanoes, anything else affecting humanity. Looking at the ISWA space prediction spiral here, as we did have another CME, a quick moving CME shootout right there against Venus. And just looking at our tailwinds here, they were thrown back just a little bit here ahead of the coronal hole wind stream. So that is due for the 15th, 16th. Nothing new to report on LASCO since the last space weather update video this morning. Looking at the magnetosphere solar winds. Not much has changed since this morning either with these plots. We are at a G1 geomagnetic storm, KP index of 4. As you can see, a spike there in the solar proton flux. Looking at a real-time solar wind, 378 kilometers per second. We had a small spike, just about 389. But we are pretty erratic right now, a little flip in the phi angle all day long. And as well, density was abundant. Looking at the Schumann resonance for today, a power of 30 into 3161. So an amplitude of 61 and a quality of 8.4 for our Schumann resonance. Looking at earthquakes last 24 hours, we're going to start out here in the United States. Still seeing an earthquake swarm through California, Smithville, or Smith Valley. And as well an earthquake here to report in New York, 2.8 at a 5-kilometer depth in Messana. That's right on the border with Montreal and the St. Laurentian River. Other than that, the only major earthquakes to report is the swarm through there. Alaska seeing minor rumbles. Russia active today with a few 4s, 4.8, 4.9, and a 4.4. 219 kilometer depth. I thought that was the deepest until we get to the end of this map here. As well, a 4.6 here to report in Hualien City, Taiwan. As well, Tangang, China, 5.0. Myanmar seeing two pretty sizable earthquakes today, a 4.2 and as well a 4.5, 110 kilometer depth. Marianas Trench, Guam, as well seeing a 5.3. Indonesia, 4.3 and a 4.8. And then just recently here, south of Fiji Islands, 626 kilometer depth, a 5.1 earthquake. That's the deepest the last 7 days across the planet. And that just happened. We were expecting a deeper earthquake, and there it is. Small earthquake to report here in Pahala, 2.9, Hawaii. Puerto Rico, pretty quiet today, considering 2.5 there, largest 3.7 to report. South America, Chile seeing a 4.8 and as well a 4.3. Quiet through South America, I would say. 5.0 here reported, Ascension Islands. And that's the last 24 hours for earthquakes. Have a quick look at the last 7 days. Still seeing a lot of activity through the United States and across the USGS map. We're looking at about 400 earthquakes the last 24 hours. Swarm continuing through California, Nevada border. Minor activity through South America. Long line of activity here through the Eurasian plate into Africa. And then, of course, our always busy West Ring of Fire, Indonesia, Banda Sea. And here are deep earthquakes in Fiji. Amazing planet and a very busy one right now, to say the least. We're still upwards over 12,000 earthquakes for the last 28 days. Have a quick look here. This is our lightning map right now. This is the last 24 hours across North America, Central United States, Central America, and as well Europe. It seems like our atmosphere has been activated and there's a lot of lightning across the planet right now. Having a look at NASA Worldview here. This is through Zoom. You can see, look at all of the wildfire smoke now that is moving into Alberta. We had a hazy, warm day today. Humidex level was at 85 this morning, and then the smoke moved in, and more fires are burning across British Columbia and as well Manitoba. A couple fires in Saskatchewan, but this situation in British Columbia is getting serious. These fires got even bigger throughout the day today. Strong winds moving in and just blowing those fires up. So heads up, friends and family across the world, but especially prayers for British Columbia as they are dealing with over 230 fires across the province. Pacific Disaster Center isn't reporting them all. Having a look over United States as well, Northern California into your Oregon. Look at that large fire just east of Shasta. And as well, lots of fires surrounding Wenatchee, the Washington Indian Reserve. And highly visible too from satellite. You can see here as high pressure ridge is pretty dominant and drying things out and continuing to do so. Not much is changing in the long range forecast. Looking here, the fires from space. And thank you to all of the engineers and as well developers. To be able to see our planet like this is truly amazing, and we are grateful, and I am grateful, and we are blessed to be here. Have a quick look here at the Canadian and Washington border here. Just smoked right out here. And many fires there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 12 right there. Every black dot is a fire. And that's the second large fire just north of the border through the Columbia River there. Overlooking the Pacific Disaster Center, looking at the most recent volcanoes to update. Reventador in Ecuador, and as well Swiss Inajima in Japan. Many fires being reported and floods, tornado watches as well across the United States. Sangay in Ecuador, Lubotolo, Indonesia, as well Dakono, Indonesia, Sabancaya in Peru, Nevados de Chile in Colombia, Etna in Italy, Nevados de Rules, Colombia, Semeru, Indonesia, and as well Fuego, Guatemala, Sinabung, Indonesia, and Karaminsky, Russia. So as noted, there are a lot of fires across the upper northwest of United States and Canada right now. Looking at a couple new fires through BC. This one here from 2 days ago. This one here has been burning for 8 days. New fire there, creek fire. See, all these fires are starting around creeks. It's just coincidental that, creeks and rivers are fault lines as well. Is it coincidental that these fires are lighting up on fault lines? I don't think so. Pacific Disaster Center here showing about 14 fires, but we know that British Columbia has confirmed that there's over 250 burning right now. Tornado warnings going through Wisconsin and in Iowa today. Des Moines, Iowa, and as well through Michigan, overnight tonight, watch for stormy conditions, flooding conditions through New York, and as well all across the eastern seaboard United States. Looking at Felicia here today, she had a good start to the day and then it phased out a little bit. And then it looks like she's roaring back to life here. We're going to have to keep a close eye on Felicia. We almost said bye-bye, Felicia. It looks like she may roar back to life. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on that through the live stream. Welcome to come and join at any time. Having a look at the 5-day forecast brought to you by Meteo Earth and as well Daily Events Worldwide Morning Dew. Starting out here at Calgary, Alberta. As yet, we do have smoke-filled skies right now, and the warm, dry conditions are set to continue here. No major changes in this 5-day forecast. Most of the moisture is staying southeastward into the United States and central United States, and as well northern Alberta and eastward into Ontario. Big dry heat dome still hanging about. Big high-pressure ridge over the Rockies. Warm conditions continuing until about Saturday into Sunday. Watch that high-pressure ridge move in, clear things out, and as well cool things off right across the country, right across the continent for that matter. Big rains sweeping across southeastern United States will cool things off, and watch for extreme weather as that wave of moisture comes through. No major tropical storms to talk about in the Gulf this week. Just a lot of moisture, daily moisture going through Mexico and as well the Gulf states. But no major systems developing through Central America here in the long-range forecast. Although the East Pacific is a little bit busier right now, you can see a couple depressions here in the 5-day forecast moving westward. 2 areas of interest. One is Felicia, and as well another one roaring to life behind her. Overlooking the Atlantic, pretty dominant high-pressure ridge in there, and as well a low-pressure system trapped in between another high just above the United Kingdom. So that thing just seems to be gearing up to be let go into Europe in the long-range forecast. But for now, low-pressure system just above Italy is going to slowly move eastward and bring moisture northward into parts of eastern and northeastern Europe. Dry conditions through the West Indies. No major weather conditions to talk about through Africa except for the cold temperatures still. It is -3, -4 in some regions here, parts of South Africa. But yeah, set to warm up throughout the week. Extreme heat conditions continue through Iran and Iraq. Low pressure system from India looks like it's going to make its way into Iran this week. Into Yemen, a low pressure system, so watch for extreme weather through Yemen. As well, just tons of moisture continues across Southeast Asia, and as well, low pressure system here in the Indian Ocean continues to churn and gear up as well. Just very moisturous across Southeast Asia right now, and as well Indonesia. Monsoon season. Got a pretty intense low pressure system heading backwards through China here. And as well watching an area of interest here in the West Pacific that will be heading towards Japan. Could be possible typhoon material for Japan in the long range. Daily evaporation rains throughout the week. Sweeping southward through Indonesia. Looking over Australia. Watch for rains to finally move out Sunday into Monday. And then They will come back and get another wave of moisture from the next low. Overlooking New Zealand, same thing, tons of rain, heavy and windy at times. So heads up, my New Zealand friends, you've got a stormy week ahead of you. Dominant high pressure ridge in the Pacific, not really letting too much moisture come through. It's kind of gobbling it up right now. And it's heading northward. So no real relief for BC or Washington or California right now. Overlooking South America, no major weather conditions except dry through northern parts and cool through Argentina. Going to leave you here looking at the southern hemisphere versus the northern, pointing out the beast of a system that is roaring to life right now in the 5-day forecast just below Africa. Versus the northern hemisphere, where we've got these puny little systems that seem to be racing around a very erratic North Pole. Where is it? Who nobody knows. Thanks for watching today. This has been Mike with Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide. I appreciate all the love and support to the channel. Don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your friends and family. Stay aware and prepared, stay young and have fun, and get your morning dew. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.